I wanted to make a video on one way to use the new Make It Yours Book 2 Extraordinary Fonts book. And so today I'm going to turn this luggage tag into a little bag tag or a scissor fob. I haven't decided yet. So what you'll need for this is a book of charted fonts. I am using the Roses on Teal luggage tag available through the Gingham Stitchery. This is my favorite pen. It's a gold paint pen. I like this color because I can paint over dark canvas with it and I can stitch white over it. So that's why I really like this metallic paint pen. A little piece of scrap canvas. And then this is a new template from Tools of the Trade. It's a heart. And so my thought was I could put my initial in here, outline this heart, stitch that up, and then that would be my bag tag. The first step is deciding which font I'm going to use. And each font in the book, this table of contents is a couple pages long, each font in the book has a name followed by a number. And this number signifies about how tall that font is. Some crazy fonts vary, like a Y might be taller than an A, but for the most part, this will give you a good starting point. And I've tried to include a suggested character size by canvas type. So we saw that my insert, my heart, is about 2 inches high. So, and it's on 18 mesh. So I'm gonna really look for fonts 32 high or smaller, probably smaller just because of the style that I would like to go for it. So my first thought is to scan this, and I'm looking and I'm seeing most of these are smaller than 32. So that's gonna give me some freedom to flip through this book and see what is speaking to me and go from there. I really like this scripty font, and I think I'm going to put a lowercase k right in here. I don't think I could get away with a KJ. That's probably too tall for the heart. If I was doing a circle or a regular luggage tag, I think I could get away with it. And then something I wanted to point out, because I'm doing lowercase, this is called Curly Script lowercase 23, and each of these bold lines are 10 stitches apart. So you can see that my K, I'm going to count it, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, it's 15 high. But the reason this says 23 is because it is designed to be the lowercase that goes with this uppercase. And I wanted them to be labeled the same in case you were doing a name for a stocking and you were going to write Olivia. I wanted to make sure that you knew that you had room for that O or not. So I'm going to take this K, and there's a couple different options. Today I'm going to put it on my scrap canvas. Sometimes I just put it in the margin of my canvas to transfer it once and make sure I like it. So if you're putting it in the margin of your margin of your canvas, you could put it here, hold your heart above it, find where you like it centered, and then put it into your design. If you're brave, you can put it right into your design if this is something that you're used to doing. But for today, I'm going to put it on my scrap canvas. And a huge perk of using scrap canvas is I save them. So this is a KJ I've put on something else, and I just cut it out and I saved it. This is the word mom. I'm putting it on, same design. It's supposed to be a passport insert, but I'm turning it into a little zip pouch, and I wanted to put mom on it, and I didn't quite know where I wanted to place it. So I put it on scrap canvas, held it over, put it where I want it, and you can see I've marked the center line, and then I painted it from the center out and started stitching it. So once I have this K put on my scrap canvas, then I have a little template to hold anywhere. For example, I know this KJ is going to fit perfectly in a luggage tag now, or I can hold it up to any other 13 mesh canvas and see how it will look. So that is a benefit of using the scrap canvas method, but the margin of your canvas can have whatever designs you want in it. You'll never see them again. So I told you that this was my favorite marker, but for the purposes of this video, I grabbed something darker to really help it show better. So I'm going to start transferring this K, and as I'm transferring to blank canvas, I'm going to start at the top, and I see that first line is dot dot, and each box in the book represents an intersection on your canvas. So I'm just going to put those 2 dots next to each other. Next, we have a little scooch over 1 and do 2 dots, dot, dot. Next line is copy that below. Next line is scooch over one. That same 4 box again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, same 4 box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, scooch over. I'm just gonna do these 2. I'm gonna finish the stem of the K. Scooch over 1, 2. All right, a 1, 2, 3 that starts the same row. Okay, now this box of 4 scooches over 1. Okay, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we've gone down that stem. Now we need to make the rest of the K. So where I came over 3, I'm going to put 1 at an angle. And then 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, straight down, 2 more. 1, 2. Scooch over 1. 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to go diagonal from there and do a box of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another box of 4 off to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2. And then a good gut check here is, do my bottoms match up? Did I miss a row anywhere? And they match up, so that's great. And then this tail going up has 4 diagonal dots. I think this is where you have freedom. If you were connecting it to another letter, you might choose to have them touch. But I'm just going to have these 4 go up. You could choose to just leave it at 2. Let's see what 2 looks like. 2 gives it like a cute tail. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I like that. Okay, so we've transferred it to our scrap canvas. And I'm going to hold my heart over it and just double check. Okay, I think that looks nice. I really like that. So now I'm going to picture where I want this on the canvas, because my heart can only move a little bit up and down, so I know I need this pretty centered. So I might count and mark the center of my K2. So side to side we have 1, 2. Again, the thick lines are 10 apart. So 1, 2, 12. And that's how wide my K is. So the center is going to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 2 are my center lines going this way. And then let's mark our center up and down. It is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's count up to 8. That'll be our middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got our center lines. That will help when we're working in a tight space. If we're working on a huge canvas, that would not matter as much. So then if you want, you could mark the center here and here, align those and put it right in. All right, we talked about finding the center just because this heart doesn't have too much room to move around. And one way to do that is to just take a measuring tape. We know that this is 2 inches just because it's a standard insert size. And then take your 1 inch, just make a little line out here. Just give yourself a point of reference, knowing that's where the center about is, so that you know you have this about in the right spot. Because I'm working on such a small canvas too, I'm going to trim this down so that I can really get a good picture of where I'm placing it. Leave a couple rows around it. So this will just go into my scrap canvas bag, and then these can be future scrap canvases that I cut apart. So now we're really seeing it on our canvas, and we're seeing where we want to put it. A lot of times if I'm using a larger canvas, this part is unnecessary, but on a smaller canvas where I want to make sure it fits in my heart, I want to make sure that I like where it is, especially using this fun shape. So put it there. I'm not too worried about the side to side centeredness because we've got room. All right, I think that looks nice. And then on the template, it's pretty faint, but there's a center line marked on the template too. And I'm just making sure that runs through my center lines. I think that will make a nice difference in how it ends up looking. So perfect. Okay, so now what I want to do, when I'm doing one letter, I don't really mind where I start. Like I mentioned with some of my templates, I like to paint from the inside out just to make sure I have that center line started right away. But since we know we're here, and that's about where I want it, I'm going to take these top 2 dots again, and I'm just going to lift this up, and I know that I want it about 3 rows lower than it is right there. So scooch that over, just giving myself an approximation. So now that I've done those 2 dots there, I'm going to paint this exactly how it was from the book to the scrap. I'm going to take it from the scrap to the canvas, and I'm trying to use this darker marker today to help it show it better on camera. 4, 2, 4, 4 again. I'll probably stitch this in a darker green. So if you had a darker green marker, that would be nice, but this is what I have today. 2, 2 again, 3, a box of 4, and then 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's our stem of our K. And now let's do the rest. We're going to go up to where that 3 is. We're going to go diagonal 1. We're going to go diagonal 2. We're going to go diagonal 3. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, box of 4, and then 1, 2, and it's again good to check, do my bottoms line up if you want them to line up, and then diagonal, diagonal. Perfect, so we have your K transferred, and if I wanted to, I could just put this directly in a luggage tag now, but I think that's really cute. I am really wanting this scissor fob, so I'm going to get this template where I like it on here, and then you could take a number 4 hard pencil. I'm trying to use a dark marker again to help us out today, and I'm going to make sure that's straight. A good check is they have a line straight across, and just align that with a row of intersections or of canvas holes. Hold that firm in the middle, and I'm just going to draw a line around it. Oops, it shifted a little bit. That's okay. And I'll stitch inside this line for my fob. Ta-da! Okay, so now we have gone from just a luggage tag canvas. We took our book, we moved it, what we wanted to scrap canvas, moved it to our design, drew a heart around it, and now we're going to have a really cute scissor fob. I hope that this helps a little bit, and good luck.